unfortunately really showed the team enough to really keep him. Because he's just always just been in this development. He's never really had a strong breakout. And now this is even, worse for him. So if they keep him, I mean, I'm not opposed to him keeping him. I just feel like since this is a business and they can kind of be a little cutthroat, unfortunately, and they have to think about, the past with how he's been and how he's going to potentially be in the future. I mean, they could possibly offer him something small. So I don't know, but if not, I'm sure there's going to be another team who would like to take a chance on him.
Yeah, like you said, it's a business, so it's like it is what it's like you said, he ain't show enough. And also, we were talking earlier now on the podcast, you said this was really his year to like show us what he got, and he has been so far. But if he's out for the season, it's not looking good for him for staying here. I don't have any doubt that he's not gonna. I don't have any doubt that he's not gonna be in the league. Like I don't think he's gonna like this is it for him in the league. I just think this is it for him here.
Yeah, because he still is honestly, an elite shot blocker.
Yes, definitely. Actually, he definitely is when he's healthy, of course.
Yeah, and so that's one thing I liked about him because I was like, okay, so we have him. So if he can just stay on the team long enough, and then by the time Miles is ready to go, we'll still have, Jackson. Mm-hmm. Not saying Miles is ready to go anytime soon because I don't believe he is.
Yeah.
I think he still has a good 10 years left in him. Maybe. I'd probably say at least 7 or 8 years left in Miles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Jackson is what, 23? So by 7 years, Jackson will be 30.
Yeah.
So
that's where people say most people are their prime at like 28 to like around like 27, 28 to like 31, 32. People say that's where the prime is or whatever.
Yeah. So I would like to keep Jackson because he's an elite shot blocker, and maybe they do keep him. Because a lot of people thought that they were going to get rid of Miles year after year, and there's still people who believe Miles is not worthy of being on the team.
Nah. Miles is solid. Miles is solid now. He's solid. He's proven that he's solid.
Yeah, Miles is solid because I was talking to somebody on a Pacers group and talking about trading centers or whatever, Miles for Joel Embiid. And I was like, or they were talking about just getting rid of Miles, which doesn't make sense to me because the problem with getting rid of Miles is if you get rid of Miles, unfortunately, the centers who are better than Miles don't want to come to Indiana. So you're only going to get somebody who's worse than Miles. Mm-hmm. And so that's like a weird position. It's like Miles is just good enough to where he hits that elite tier of center. Uh-huh. But those elite centers don't want to come here. Yeah. So it's like
he's like at the bottom of the list.
He's at the bottom of the elite centers. And I don't think that's what people fully understand. You're not going to get anything back if you get rid of him. And that's honestly, I think that could have been one of the issues they've had for a long time with trying to think about moving on from Miles. Like they talked about possibly DeAndre Ayton, I think it was last year or whatever. And we could see Miles play better than Ayton. And so it's like, okay, so this guy who supposedly has higher upside than Miles, and he's a more center, beefier type center, but then the guy apparently doesn't have the work ethic, and he's not, not really somebody you want to have on the team. I don't know. So it's like, do you take a chance on a guy like that, hoping for the best, or do you go with the sure thing, which Miles has been a sure thing for, this is his 10th year.
Yeah. So, he showed he could stay in the league, and he's been solid for about half of it.
Yeah, he's been solid about half of it.
Yeah.
He's had flashes,
And he's had
all along the way.
Yeah.
And then also, like your grandpa said, he's been played out of position for the entire duration that Sabonis was here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He was playing the 4 for a while. Like, why'd they have him at the 4? It made no sense.
So they played him out of position. So it is what it is. All right, so let's talk about the opposing stars real quick. So we have Jason Tatum and Brown with the Celtics. That was a 1-2 punch. 37 points for Tatum, 25 points for Brown. And I don't know. Brown is amazing. I love Brown. If we could somehow get Brown on this team, which I know will never happen, that would be amazing.
I love Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like some interviews I heard Brown. I like how he talks, carries himself. he believes in God, you know, and he's a cool, he's smart, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's chill.
He's definitely one of my favorite players, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tatum had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, not too bad. Brown had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Tatum had 4 steals.
Yeah.
Brown had 2 blocks.
They had 6 steals together. Tatum had 4 steals. Tatum and Brown were the major reasons why we had 18 turnovers against them. Without them, we would have had 12, but obviously that's closer to around 10, which I think we said we wanted like at least 10 or less, but like, yeah. And Brown had 2 blocks, so.
Yeah, not too bad. And then the Pelicans that gave us the business, Zion Williamson, 34 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. Goodness. Man, I didn't know he was playing like that. Goodness. Now, that was also a game I had to see in bits and pieces because I think I was working during that game as well. And I had to kind of watch it, you know, in different kind of ways. But anyways, Ingram had 26 points, 7 assists. So, I mean, they were doing their thing. And their crowd was pretty decent, and it's a road game, so it's just difficult. And they just had a tough game against the Celtics.
Yeah,
so
their crowd was pretty full. So,
Yep. And Zion Williamson, I mean, he's a
beast.
He's a beast. Yeah, indeed. So, shining star of the last couple games, we have. Go ahead. I'll let you do the honors. For the shining star.
Shining star of the week. Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam. Congratulations.
There you go.
This is like where I need to get the little applause sounds. I'm gonna get some applause sounds for our shining star of the week.
Yeah, he's been doing good. He's been consistent. Remember, was he the last one, or was that Matherin? It's been him. I think it was Matherin, then Pascal again. Yeah. Pascal Siakam. And during the Celtics game, Pacers versus Celtics, he had 29 points, 11 rebounds. He had a double-double, 5 assists, and he was 55% field goal and hit the game-winning 3. The game-winning 3 in overtime. Very consistent. During the Pelicans game, he had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 53% field goal. Overall, solid play from Siakam, and I believe he was plus in both those games. Actually, in the Celtics, he might have been minus, but pretty much all the starters were minus.
Well, wonderful.
No, actually, he was +1, I think. So yeah, he's been plus for the majority of our games. I think he's only been like minus like 1 time. So solid.
Yep, solid. All right, Pascal, we're gonna send you your little 6-inch trophy in the mail. You should get that by Tuesday. All right. All right. So Pacers and Mavericks coming up. Pacers 2-3, Mavericks 3-2. I think they always have a shot. Obviously, the Mavericks are going to be favored to win. But we'll just see how that turns out. But it's time for the final word. Preston, what is your final word?
My final word is pace. Nope. My final word is consistency because we need to be consistent with our pace. So I guess I have 2, but my main final word is consistency because we need to stop them turnovers. We need to be consistent with our passing and keep up the pace. So, Dad, by that time, what is your final word?
My final word is believe. Believe that Tyrese will get his mojo back.
Yes.
That's all we can do. We have to believe for that.
He's our star. He has to.
Yep, he has to get it back.
If Tyrese gets it back, because I think we're already a solid team. We've been scoring a lot. But if Tyrese gets it back, we're really in the conversation for like top 6, 7 at least.
Indeed. So, all right, Preston, that was a great show. We want to thank you guys for joining us for another episode of The Final Word. Thank you so much. So, that being said, be sure you like, share, and subscribe to The Final Word. Please leave your comments at pacersfinalword.com on this episode. And you guys, be blessed.
Peace.
Hey guys, we hope you've enjoyed this podcast snippet. If you'd like to continue the conversation with Preston and I, just click on the next video. But always be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you'll be automatically notified each time we release a new episode. But until then, Martin says... Peace!